Hey, this is Guillermo from Angelus, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious.
I guess first, how are things over there in Spain?
Yeah, Spain.
Is it still pretty locked down?
Well, it's we only have like a night curfew. It's only lockdown by night, like 7 hours, like from midnight until 7 in the morning.
Everything?
Yeah. So it's better than nothing. But yeah, I mean it's there's no shows mostly. There's nothing. I mean, we can do like almost normal life, but in my case, that my main job is playing shows. With I cannot do this, so I'm just doing office work a lot here, just working in a new website and all that stuff.
So you're mostly just working on the band stuff. Are you guys taking advantage of that though, like creating more music and because of the downtime?
You mean now?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, we just now it's like we don't have side jobs. So but I take all the I take care of all the business. I mean, for the company,
right.
all the the website, the online store, all that stuff. We're just working, rehearsing a lot because we have a show actually this Saturday. It's a social distancing show in Madrid, and we're gonna stream it streaming.
Oh, nice.
Live. So yeah, just working on this, but no, not working on new music and nothing.
How does a social distancing show work then? People are gonna be sitting down with masks?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
so like half the crowd.
Oh well, it's better than nothing, and especially for us because this is our full-time job, and we really need some incoming because we're almost reaching the point of no return economically talking. So yeah, definitely, it's a very good thing. I know there are people just complaining like this is not a normal show. It's not the same that we can go moshing. We can no, it's not the same, but we will be performing exactly the same.
It's live music.
Yeah, I mean, it's live music at all. Okay, maybe it's there's no chance right now to get wasted. Okay, you can drink beer actually, and you can get wasted, but you cannot go there. You cannot be in the mosh pit and stuff. You have to remain sitting, and of course with the mask and all the security and health measures. But it's something.
I think that's fantastic because at least you're getting not only to support the artist, but getting to see a show as a fan. Right. I mean, So a little bit of adaptability still. I mean, because we don't have that here in the U.S. yet. There are no shows, so it's
not in any state.
I don't know of any state that's doing them. I know a couple states opened up like yesterday, supposedly 100% full time. Where everything's open, but I haven't heard of any shows yet. I know here in Virginia, nothing for over a year now. So not even little social distancing shows. Nothing.
Here in Spain is like there's not much shows because of course you have to rent a big venue in order to make this like economically solving. Right. Like for example, we're playing in a 2,000 people venue, but we only can have the third part, like 500 people.
Right.
So it's not that bad, but of course not every city got venues like this, and of course these venues are actually expensive as fuck.
I imagine.
So yeah. But no, please.
I said, hopefully everybody shows up and they buy merch as well. So,
yeah, of course. And there is another bad thing is like there's no possibility of putting a merch stand.
Oh,
but yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, it's a shit, man. But we're gonna give like unique codes for everybody so they can buy through our online store and they will get whatever they want with free shipping. At least it's something. So yeah, it's like it's crazy. But
live stream, at least people might be able to mail order merch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Let's see what happens. This is happening this Saturday. So yeah, let's see what happens.
All right. So now that the new record it's been out about a month, a little over a month.
Yeah, a bit more. Yep.
How do you feel about it? And are you satisfied with the outcome?
Yeah, of course. I'm not sure if you know this, but the album was #1 in Spanish charts, so we were like super happy with this. Yeah, the feedback was amazing, not only by the fans, but of course from you guys, from the journalists all over the world. was like super happy about all the feedback and everything, and just can't wait for start playing the new songs on the shows. But yeah, so far it's like super happy and taking notes about a lot of things to improve and a lot of things to make better for the next time. And of course, even having new ideas for maybe next year or whatever. So yeah, pretty happy with this.
I mean, you can't be unhappy with number one. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, of course, and here in Spain that number ones and even the top 10 is always all these bands like reggaeton and like trap and like all this crappy music, they're always taking over the first. But no, this time was a thrash metal band. Of course, it was number one, and I think it's still on the charts. It's like already for 6 weeks. Of course, it's not number one anymore, but it's still in the charts.
It doesn't even matter. You can say it was at number one, and that's
fantastic. Yeah. We already got the sticker for the albums, like number one in Spain. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, and it's pretty interesting too. Like that metal, or even more extreme, not just metal, but like more extreme metal, like the thrash metal, is that popular. I wonder if it's more, or if it's related to the kind of scene we're going through, and it's for the. Yeah, I guess the global scene we're going through, and it's more of a cathartic sort of thing that people are listening to heavier stuff.
Well, in our case, we're very happy to be a big band in Spain. We're a big band in our country. And it was the most, how to say it in English, like people were really, really looking forward for a new album.
Anticipating
since the last one came. And we made an incredible pre-sale campaign. It was super cool. We were able to have a very, very cool prices for the album. And I think that most of the people here in Spain just focused on helping the band because they know that the bands like us were having a very, very bad time with this. So thousands of people just decided to buy the album the first week of the releasement and in the pre-sales as well. So yeah, it was like a super cool response from the metal community. And just to let everybody know that heavy metal is alive, maybe more alive than ever in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I do a lot of these conversations, and a lot of people are saying that, people, and not just because, I mean, in the US, metal is still not, I guess, super popular like it might be in Spain or whatever. I don't know that I've seen, besides Metallica, like number one, but it's still there, and it's still a great scene, and it's still a great community, I think, worldwide.
Yeah, of course. And the huge difference, for example, between Spain and the United States charts is like maybe the American charts, you have like complete different styles. Even a band like us could be number one in the United States in the Billboard charts, maybe in the heavy metal charts or the hard, but we don't have this in Spain. There's only 3 charts here. It's like general albums. Yeah, it's only general albums, like all albums, vinyls, and streamings. Not streaming. Sorry, not streamings, physicals, and there is another one for singles. That's all. So yeah, we were number one in the general ones, and we were number one in the vinyl ones as well, and in the physical ones. So it was like
that's perfect. Crazy, great. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it makes more difficult to enter those charts. Actually, Foo Fighters were number 3 in the same week.
That's crazy.
And the last time that a rock album hit the number one was the latest AC/DC one. Yeah, and I think that no one else, maybe a very popular rock folk Spanish band called Mago de Oz. I think that maybe they were the last rock Spanish band for doing it to the number one, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago.
Right.
So yes, it's something very important for us and for the metal community.
I imagine it makes you feel pretty amazing knowing all that hard work you put in, especially during this weird pandemic, not knowing how it's going to sell or who's going to buy. At the end of the day, that's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because in the end, this it doesn't mean like an economical incoming, because this is just number. Of course, the more albums we sell, the better for the company and the better for us, of course.
Right.
But it's just like it's just the title. It's just, as I told you, getting this like the bots of the number one, and it's very, very important because you got this, and it's the proof that the metal community in this country is with us and support us.
Supporting, and that's a big deal, especially when you can't get out there and make money any other
way. Yeah.
So when people listen to one of your records or the new record, self-titled, is there a message or something you want them to walk away with after listening?
What do you mean with the lyrics, for example? Or?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, we always try to express something with our music. We understand our own music, like a way of expression of what's inside us, what's surrounding us, what's happening in the world. Since we started the band, since we started listening to heavy metal music, we were really focused on those bands that having a special message, not only talking about cool things or metaphoric things or historic things or movies or whatever, but other bands as well that having some kind of message. And this is why when I was a kid, I was much more interested in thrash metal band and hardcore and punk music as well, because it was very important for me to have something more in the music. So I don't mean that music should be like this, of course not, but my music, when we started our band, we wanted to make it like this way and try to send a message of happiness, angriness, violence, of criticizing the system, trying to be like or criticizing social injustice, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's very important for us. Of course, we got like lyrics and talking about misanthropy, talking about philosophy, talking about history, and talking about books or movies actually. But yeah, from time to time, we really love to write some songs talking about this important social things.
Have you ever had a moment, and I'm pretty sure you probably have, because I think everybody has, but have you ever had an email or bump into a fan at a show and they've told you how that your music or your lyrics have connected with them and changed their lives?
Sometimes, yeah, mostly in person. And this is one of the best things with this, because it's like when you send a message and someone gives you a feedback saying like, thanks to this, something in my life changed, or even last, you made my day with this, or the day that I listen to this song, I feel myself so represented with this, that it's like it helped, because it happened to me, of course, when I was a kid, and every time I listen to some music that I feel this, and it's very how to say this, like you feel very happy with this when the both sides. I mean, when you are a fan and you're listening a song talking about you and your feelings, you feel like someone else is listening at the other side.
Yes, and it doesn't matter where in the world you are.
Yeah, and somehow you feel like a small small support with that. And when you're an artist and you do this, normally when we write these things, in my case, when I write these things, is because what I'm saying, it's true. And maybe something that happens to me, happens to someone in my environment, like my family, my friends, and I want to express it. So when someone just tell me that, yeah, I feel completely like this, bro, it's like, wow, I really like it. I remember a woman that came and that she was suffering from how to say it in English, like violence from his ex,
or domestic abuse or something.
Yeah. And we got this song talking about like trying, leave this guy, leave this motherfucker, like showing a lot of support to the women suffering from domestic violence.
Right.
And after the show, she came and say like, thanks to us and thanks to that song, that she felt strong enough to leave the guy and go to the police and report the guy and all that stuff. And it was like, and the girl was just with tears in her eyes, and it was like, wow. I mean, to be honest, I didn't pretend to do this. It's just with this lyrics, we just wanted to express our repulsion and our hate to that kind of behaviors of bigotry and male chauvinism, and of course domestic violence. But I was so happy that maybe this helped someone,
right? I mean, that's got to be overwhelming at the end,
to make the decision and report this to the police and leave the guy and move on, and that's all. So it happens sometimes, and there are other cases as well.
Yeah, that's got to be like the ultimate payoff beyond sales and beyond everything else, knowing that something you wrote in your living room or wherever you are has connected with somebody 10,000 miles away and actually changed them, and they get it.
Yeah, and especially because it's nothing that you plan to do. I mean, we don't pretend to tell people what to do. Right. This is what sometimes I hate when people say that we talk about politics. It's like, no, we're not a political band and we don't talk about politics. We're just expressing our feelings and our things, and we don't pretend anybody else to believe the same thing. It's just, this is what we express, and that's all. So yeah, when someone gets this in a good way, it's more than perfect.
Awesome. So I'm going to shift gears away from the record for a second, but just personally, everyone I think has, especially in the metal world, has an aha moment, I guess you'd call it. Like you walked into a store and you bought your first record and it turned you on. So for me, I remember, I might be a little older than you, but I remember going to the record store in New York City and buying Diary of a Madman when it first came out on vinyl. And I was like, holy fuck. And it changed my life and trajectory forever. What's yours?
It was the Life After Death from Iron Maiden. I think it was. I was a kid. I was 8 years old kid, but it was not the album. It was the videotape.
Yeah,
I got the videotape from Life After Death. It actually was my brother's videotape, and I was 8 years old, and I just put it on, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
That moment was like my main change. And this is why I started into heavy metal music since I was so young. When I started playing the guitar with 12. So yeah, it was Life After Death from Iron Maiden.
Gotcha. And so you guys have been at this for a while, and you've been a metalhead from 8. But did you ever imagine you'd still be doing this for a living?
No, not at all. I mean, it was never planned to be like this. We always wanted to move with the flow, to go with the flow. And see how things would come. So no, of course, like 15 years ago, I didn't imagine that I was be doing like this. But of course, it was something like a small dream to do. It's like I would like to make my living, like playing and recording music. So yeah, it's like. So it's a great satisfaction right now, but it was never planned to do like this. Our only plan was just making this band and try to have fun and making cool music and recording cool albums, and things just were coming, and just we were just finding them in the way, and we were just adapting our lives to every situation during every year. So yeah, when we have to take the decision of quitting our jobs and just dedicating to music, it was quite hard. It was like 10 years ago mostly, but yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with this decision, and
that's a big step because a lot of bands can't do that. They still have to.
Yeah, of course, and it helps a lot that we live in Albacete here in the southeast of Spain, which is it's not an expensive area, so yeah, we can keep on working on the band, and we don't have big salaries, of course,
right?
But we could do that in the past. So yeah, amazing. Pretty happy with the decision.
So if fans want to get a hold of you, you're active social media wise.
So sorry.
If fans want to find you, can you give us your social media places and where you interact?
Yeah, of course. We're actually very active on all social media. We are on Facebook, of course, and we're on Instagram and Twitter as well. We got the YouTube channel. It's like we're not very active on YouTube, but we still got some videos there. Right. But yeah, of course, we're every day putting stuff on Facebook, Instagram. We're doing like live Q&A from time to time.
Interactions.
Yeah. So especially during these times. Yeah. So yeah, of course, everybody just go to our social media. We're very active over there.
Awesome.
I have to say.
There we go. And I can edit that. That's perfect. Thank you, my friend, for taking the time. And if anybody wants to, they can join in on the live stream this Saturday, right? The 20th?
Yeah. It's actually the 20th. It's like 9:30 Central European time.
Okay.
So it's thanks that you told me that that you changed the time, because it's I was about to make some mistakes.
Yeah. So hopefully fans will go check you out, and hopefully it'll be a good response. And I'll let you know when it's up.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks.
Be safe.
Thanks to you.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Goodbye.